Oh! Oh! Strat. Valid.
Strat?
Valid. Not valid. Almost valid. Almost valid. No! Fuck you! It's too cold. Alright. Hot tub stream.
Alright.
Hot tub stream.
What's up, guys? This is the official first day of winter break. And yeah, we're starting it off really good.
The Joe Rogan podcast. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Joe Rogan podcast. Donovan, Chrisman from Virginia Tech. We have, I don't fucking know, this kid. Was not invited. From also Virginia Tech.
I just show up.
Just shows up. I'm Sid Kapoor. I'm from Seton Hall University.
I thought you.
Do not cancel my scholarship.
I thought you're from India. Yeah, watch what you say. You're on a scholarship.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, we'll talk about school. Get some first semester. Give me Spark Notes. Let's go.
Spark Notes of first semester.
Spark Notes.
First semester was light. I thought it was gonna be way harder, and it was light. And I wish I bit off a lot more than I could chew.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure I could have ended up being able to handle it.
So like now you know. So I think the theme is like just pick as much shit up. If you have to drop something, drop something. Like it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's easier to pick stuff up in the beginning of the semester than towards the end. And you could always drop anything throughout the semester.
Yeah. I get it. I did student. I told you I did a student activities board. Right. I was about to like completely like put myself in it. It's like might as well like hover around.
What was the student activities board?
Yeah, well, the main reason I joined was so I could get the Spike Ball Club up.
Oh yeah.
And I was talking to a bunch of frat people because they do charity runs too.
What other commitments would you have to have done though to like stay in it?
You have to show up Monday meetings. You gotta like do write-ups. It's work. So
Sounds
like fuck it. You know what I mean? Rather than being a member, I'll be a contractor. Interesting.
Gun for hire.
Gun for hire.
I feel that. So what's the difference between a contractor and somebody who's in that club?
I would say a contractor, you have less commitments, same power.
Gotcha.
You wield it.
Gotcha.
It's like you're like I'm only in this for X, Y, and Z, not the entire show, right? Alright, Donovan, how was yours? Spark Notes.
Alright, so Virginia Tech is one of the best like public engineering schools in the country.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that as a flex. I'm saying it to give you context.
As a flex.
Yeah, also as a flex, but to give you context as to why my first semester fucking sucked. I had so much work, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Going in high school, I mean, my whole high school career, like, I never didn't try, but I never really was, like, going 100%. And I could get away with, doing not much and still being able to pull really good grades. But coming into, college, you can't do that anymore. Like, I really had to, like, put so much time and effort into certain classes to even come out with, a decent grade. And the beginning of my semester, I did like the bike racing team, as you know, and I had a really bad crash and I almost broke my collarbone.
Oh my god, that was fucking scary.
Yeah,
dude.
but so yeah, I broke my wrist and I separated my AC joint, which basically holds your collarbone and your shoulder, I think. Don't quote me, I'm not a doctor, but I think that's what it was. So I wasn't able to do anything for like a whole fucking month. And here I am, first month in college, and I can't do anything. It was so depressing, dude. Like,
By anything you mean activity or something?
Activities, it was hard to do work. I mean, I broke my right hand, and I had to keep it in the cast for a while. And I tried learning lefty, but I could barely keep up. So, first semester, like third of the semester was really depressing, honestly. Like, I've never been like depressed before, but that was a really hard thing to deal with, Your glasses. Hold on.
My glasses are gonna fuck, dude.
There you go.
See, dude. What? Yeah, they're gooch.
Alright. So philosophizing.
Philosophy. Now I got a beard to stroke, barely.
You do have a beard to stroke.
Jealous. It's all the cream.
Introduce.
Alright. My name
Also
is...
widescreen for sure.
Welcome to the Joe Rogan podcast.
Perfect. Okay, my name is Sid Kapoor. Donovan Chrisman. We got
Joe Scaffa.
Andrew Brazina.
Oh.
So.
Why do you always skip me?
Alright. I wanted to start with this. Andrew, you were at CCM, correct?
Yeah.
How was that? Compared to Valley View. You're going to Valley View. What?
Raritan.
Raritan.
Valley View?
Valley
What do you
View?
mean? Fucking
No.
Denville?
Valley View's
No,
a-
Ray. Wait, where are you
Raritan.
going?
Raritan Valley.
You hyped?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's going to be an interesting experience. I mean, you know, going as a student athlete, it's definitely hard to go through things, especially when you're going into medical.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely nothing to be taken lightly. It's very fun though, because really getting close with the guys on a team, it's something made with family.
Yeah. Family.
And then especially going into medical, which I love, it just combines two things of lifting and baseball, and I would suggest that people go into it.
Have you seen Need for Speed?
Need for Speed?
Like the video game? Or
No, the
Fast and
movie.
Furious?
Fast and Furious.
No, that's no, I have not.
No.
I have not.
Because it's all about family.
Family?
It's all about family.
Andrew, I have a question for you.
What?
So,
We're interviewing you.
yeah, so regarding like the whole baseball team thing, like when you go to a new like school, for example, or like club team, for example, like I mean, you probably face like a lot of challenges trying to like, I guess, get the respect of like all the other teammates and everything, because you're like an outsider, you know, like how do you deal with that? You know, you've switched like a couple teams over the years and stuff. I don't know, it's just interesting to.
I mean, it's definitely something that's hard to do, because you're getting to know a whole group of guys. I mean, there's different chemistry you have to find out, because you really can't treat every single guy the same way. For example, like if someone's a little more easygoing, laid back, you can make a little more jokes with them, and if someone's a little more dedicated to something, you gotta try to get on that same wavelength. It's just learning the people there. I mean, once you start learning how people are, you start incorporating with how you talk, and it goes into like I said, it's like knowing family. It's like, how do you treat your dad compared to your cousin, or how do you treat your mom compared to your sister? It's a lot. It's a lot of just working through that and understanding. I mean, definitely get to the respect part. You just be yourself.
Cool.
The worst thing you can do is go in and tell people you're one way and then act another. They're gonna figure you out.
It's like that with anything, really. You know, you just want to be genuine.
Yeah.
No, but like a family, like sometimes people abuse their wives. So
I mean, yeah.
So like,
yeah.
how do you?
There are people who get the butt of the, who get the short end of the stick and who get little made fun of.
Especially on a
but-
sports team. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
there is the butt of the joke,
but
unfortunately.
you have to understand that it comes out of a place of love.
Mm-hmm.
Because 9 times out of 10, the people who they joke about a little bit more,
Yeah.
they care about you.
Right.
It's like what my family does. I mean, if we don't like you, we don't joke.
Yeah.
Like we will make a bunch of jokes.
That's why your dad jokes with us.
Oh yeah.
I
right?
hope. I hope he doesn't hate it.
Oh yeah, he's a character, all right. Like everything else, everyone has to be taken accountable
Yes.
for things, and it's like in life. It's like when you have to deal with someone who's above you or who holds more, I guess you could say, status.
Yeah.
You can't really go for them, but you have to trust the guys who are with you, and you have to make those connections with the guys around you.
Yeah.
Because again, those guys who are usually getting made fun of to the extreme amounts, they're not really getting to know the guys. They're more going out on their own. They're not taking the time to know everybody.
Yeah.
And there's a spot where also you can have an ego internally, but once you show it externally to the point where it becomes obnoxious, there's a problem. Like I always say, like you could be cocky, but you can't be arrogant.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and it sounds very counterintuitive, but when I think of cocky, my definition of cocky is like you can walk in thinking, okay, I'm coming in here to kill. I'm coming in here to do my best. I'm the best guy around you. You have to have that mentally.
Yeah.
You can't come in thinking, oh, I'm gonna be the best team player.
Yeah.
If your game or your life revolves around helping others, then that's great. But you also have to keep in mind how you excel as an individual.
No.
And by doing that, you have to create a strong mindset. I mean, If you come in and you're arrogant to every situation, like, I'm the best, but you have weaknesses at A and B, and you don't fix it, then people are going to walk on you, and you're going to be talking shit.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do? You're going to look around like, oh, I'm the best, and everyone's looking at you, and they're hating you.
Right.
And unfortunately, that's what people do.
Right. No, that quote hits hard. Be cocky, but not be arrogant. Nah, because it has the word cocky. Like, I'm not that immature. But no, because I'm in like this little program at Seton Hall. Okay, so it's like a business thing. It's a couple kids, right? And at the end of the year, we peer reviewed each other. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we basically, it's like anonymous too. So like I peer reviewed you, and I give weaknesses and strengths and weaknesses, right? I got you. So. I got the common consensus that I worked hard, I came up with solutions or whatever, but I got one thing, and I'm not surprised. I got a lot of kids saying that I'm cocky.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, okay.
But that's like a positive,
but
though,
honestly,
in a couple ways.
Yeah, sometimes I need to shut the fuck up, that's understood, but other than that.
But that goes again to what I was saying. They say, okay, you're cocky, but a lot of people who don't know me, I mean, I think you guys can attest to that, knowing me for many years, people thought I was cocky.
Right.
But I was really just walking around with my head up, my chest out. I mean, I was proud of who I was. Yeah. And you have to be. I mean, it's great that you actually understand that you talk a bit. Yeah. I mean,
I'm a knower. Yeah. I know.
Not everyone admits that. Yeah. Everyone has their weaknesses, and when you tend to negate what you think about yourself. Yeah. Then you start wondering, everyone around you, why they don't like you, because you're not changing, you're not growing. And it's good to know that, because growth is something that you don't see nowadays. Everyone's content of where they are. Yeah. And it's especially something that I've developed in the past year, and I really hope other people develop. Mm-hmm. It's learning that, there's gonna be times where you're looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, what am I doing to become a better person? Because you can't look and say, okay, there's something wrong with you, and you. Yeah. What am I doing about myself that I'm not changing? Right. Because people could say the same thing. They can look at me and say, okay, well, what's an example? I'll be honest, I'm a very, how can I say this? I like the attention. I like attention.
Oh, every person does. Every person does.
Yeah, but it's the attention to please people. Okay. I'm like a people pleaser in a way. Yeah. So, it's I know that about myself. So that means I get along with people better. That's generally the people pleasers. People pleasers get along with people better. Yeah. They're a little more nicer, but sometimes they don't say their thoughts. And to me, I've had to learn to say my thoughts and be like, okay, I don't care what this person thinks. Oh, yeah. You have to learn that about yourself, because everybody's different. Because people could say, oh, for example, when they said, oh, you talk a lot. Yeah. You talk a lot because you're confident in who you are. If you're confident in who you are, there's no shame in that. But I could say this then is maybe learn to listen a little bit more to what other people are saying, and then keep that into yourself, because a common thing is, the loudest person in the room could be the dumbest person in the room, while the person who's sitting back and listening to everything is the smartest person. Right. That's true. You have to know that. Yeah.
That's right. Sometimes you can't please everybody in the room too. It's a good thing to do, but you can't make everybody happy. You can't make your abusive boyfriend going back to that family analogy. You can't make him happy. You know what I mean? Or sometimes you just gotta put the barrier up.
Oh, you also have to learn what's healthy and what's unhealthy for you. For me, I stretch myself too far. I make a lot of promises to a lot of people, and it's not that I don't fulfill them. I fulfill them, I'd say 90% of the time. I try to, my best. Yeah. But then I realize that to myself, I'm drained all the time. Yeah. And it's something that I've learned to just be like, you know what, I can't help you because I made a previous obligation to this person, or it's I need to take a day off. Yeah. And days off for me is it's not I'm relaxing, doing something. No, I'm bettering myself. Yeah. I'm lifting, I'm reading, I'm discovering new philosophy. I'll listen to motivational videos and people look at me and they're like, why do you do that? They're like, you can go out and you can party, you can do that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'd like to go party with the boys. Yeah. You guys, I'd love it. You kidding me? You tell me we all went out and had a great time. But you tell me I'm going to go with a group of strangers, I'm going to get drunk. I look at you and I'm like, what's appealing to that?
Yeah, facts.
Like, I'm not with people I care about. And getting drunk, it's like, it's become a thing of... Again, you're not taking care of yourself. You're content to where you are. It's like it's fine to get drunk once in a while. Like, I don't have anything against it.
No.
But it's like, what are you doing with your Saturday night? A lot of people will bitch about their life and say, oh, my life's so hard, I'm doing this, and they go out to drink, but they don't fix anything. And they're not happy with who they are. Like, I talked to my one friend, he's like, he got out of a relationship a while back, and he's like, there's times I'm just like, I don't feel right, and I feel like when I was with them, it felt better to be with them, and then when I'm alone, like, I'm still happy, but I'm not as fulfilled, and I'm like, you know, you have to take care of yourself. Not a lot of people do that. They'll just go on to the next attachment. Sometimes it's breaking the mold of being alone. It's funny, like, you have to be alone. Like, you know how hard that is for someone?
Oh, it's tough. Dude, when I got to Seton Hall, right? Like, not that you're in your room most of the time, but you will find yourself there quite often. Mm-hmm. You will. Like especially when, like, it's midday, classes are over, but, like, no one's doing shit before the evening. Like, it's dead. It's low-key dead, right? So, like, you're by yourself, and then you're in your own thoughts, you're in your own head, and then you become your worst enemy sometimes. Depends on how you take it, you know what I mean?
Can I just ask a question here for
What's
like,
up?
all you guys? Do you actually take the time to go alone and do stuff you love to do, being alone? Not going with anybody, alone.
Alone?
Just saying, screw it, you know, I want to go to that restaurant today, I'm going to go alone.
Yeah, I did that once,
but
it was tough. It was so tough. I was like, oh, fuck, none of my friends are going to the game. But I'm like, I want to go. You know, like the basketball game. I was like,
yeah.
But dude, that's tough. I was not going to go just because other people weren't going.
Yeah.
Naturally, you know, me being an only child and stuff, I'm used to being alone. I enjoy being alone so much, you know, because it's just me in my own head, and I can really just, you know, kind of connect to myself. Like mountain biking, for example. Like, I love going with people, but I prefer to do it alone. I feel like I make the most progress when I'm alone, and I feel like I can just, you know, have like an honest, like, I guess, like, not conversation in a way, but, you know, connection with myself, and it's good to just be in your own head every once in a while. That's why it's good to just go outside on a nice day and just go for a hike. No phone, no technology, just you, and, you know, just your thoughts. You know, like, that's kind of like a skill that a lot of people our generation don't have, is being able to be, you know, consciously sound in your own thoughts, you know. And you'd be surprised how many people can't do that. They always have to be, you know, entertained with something. Their own mind can't entertain them. And that's why it's good to be alone sometimes, because you learn how to entertain yourself. And when you do that, you realize things about yourself, or about, you know, some problems that you were thinking about, or some realizations you might have, because your thoughts are always clouded with all these other influences and all these people yelling shit, and, you know, you're always listening to music, and sometimes you just gotta pause and just listen to yourself and the voices inside your head.
Yeah.
Not in a crazy way or anything, but you get what I mean. I'm not schizophrenic, I swear.
I want to pose one question, just because I was also talking with a friend today about a subject that not many people want to look at.
Yes.
Okay, well, first, it's going to sound like a really weird way to start it, but how do you view pain?
Pain?
How do you view pain? Like Joey, like, what's your definition of pain?
Paint or pain?
Pain.
Oh, my bad.
Pain.
I don't know.
Like, is it something upsetting? Is it something to look forward to? Is it something to run away from? Like,
I haven't really thought about this. I guess you could say that when I find something is painful, it motivates me to work away from that.
so to, like, run away from pain, almost.
No, that's not what I said.
So, like, push through it to become better? Or, like...
Yeah, in a sense like that. Like, break through the mold.
Yeah. Donovan?
It kind of depends on the context, I guess. Like, you know, if I crash on my bike and I feel pain, that That's not fun.
Acromial clavicle tear.
Yeah, that
Oh my
sucks.
God.
Yeah, bro, it's kind of more sensitive.
Yeah, broke my wrist and everything. That sucks. But like, if I'm, lifting weights or I'm in a race, like it's funny, if I'm in a race, like a mountain bike race, for example, and I crash. I was doing this one enduro one time, and in enduro it's a mountain bike race where only the downhills are timed, and it was the final stage, and I had a clean race the whole way up to this last stage, and I crashed on this last stage, and the crash hurt quite a bit. And when you crash, it's normally game over. Like, you lose your place entirely.
Wow.
But this crash, dude, after I crashed, like, the pain that I felt, it was just almost like energy to me, and I was able to put up like a segment time that was like as fast as like the pro times, and I crashed. Like, I don't know how I did it. I don't think I could do it again, but that moment, the pain I felt, not just the physical pain, but like the mental pain of having like such a good race and then fucking up, you just like get so angry, and when that anger hits you, it is like the best drug in the world. It really is. There's nothing that compares to that feeling. And sometimes I learn to embrace it. Like, you feel that pain and you're like, bring it on, like, give me more. It's just fuel for me. Like, you're just making me more mad, and when I'm more mad, I just ride faster or I lift heavier. It all depends on how you view it.
Yeah. Sid?
I think pain is subjective. Pain is perspective.
Ooh.
Damn, I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's a
dropped
bar.
That was fire.
Damn.
Put on a
boy.
t-shirt.
But what I mean by that is like life's emotions, right? There's highs and lows.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why you feel pain is because there's a high, right? So like, I'll give an analogy. You have a girlfriend, you break up with her. That's pain. You know what I mean? You do good. You were doing great in a race. You thought you were doing like I'm gonna fucking crush it. You work hard. So it's like an upward slope. You crash. Boom. Pain. That perspective, that change is pain. You know what I mean? So like, but at the same time, I feel like it's needed though.
Yeah.
You need that shit to feel good.
Yes. And see, it's funny, like, this is, as funny as it is, like, I always say, like, the people I surround with are, like-minded thinking of me, because, like, my definition of pain, I love it.
Yeah.
Like, you'll think I'm insane. They'll be
You're
like,
gonna hate it at the time. You have to admit it.
Yeah,
you
well,
hate it.
Yeah, I'm not, like, people are like, oh, you'll think, like, oh, you're a psychopath, you like pain. No, I see just growth. I look at pain, and I know people who are just like, oh, shit, I'm scared. I'm scared and I don't want to go through it, or it hurts so much I want to stop. But I think building that relationship with pain is so important.
Whatever the fuck that was.
He
But-
just felt pain.
But like, it's funny how people don't think about that, and it's like, to me, it's so great to hear that like you guys have that same mindset as I do, because I won't run toward pain, but if it comes to me, I'm like, okay, give it to me.
Yeah.
Give it to me. Like, that's my growth. That's my time. Like, have you ever heard the term or the phrase like, a rough time makes strong men?
Oh, I
Strong
love
men
that
make
phrase
good
so
times,
much.
good times make
Yeah,
weak
dude.
men.
Yeah.
Like, it's very true. If you don't go through hell, how are you gonna grow?
Yeah.
And it's something you don't see with today's culture. Everyone's like, yeah, I'm too tired, Like, I don't want to do this, or it hurts, I'm sore, I don't want to go through it, I gotta take this test, it hurts my brain to do this, but you have to do stuff that's uncomfortable. Like, even being uncomfortable, like, I put that in the source of pain. Like,
Yeah.
I'll group that with pain. And it's something that like you said, you don't see people like. And I think people should learn to embrace it and love pain, not as something to run away from, but something to learn from, to grow from. And, like I said, it's very great to hear that you guys think the same way. And I surround my friends, like all my friends, the people who think the same way as I do.
Yeah.
And I love to hear it, because I always see it. I always see it in everybody.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna be honest. Like today, when I failed to squat, I think it was subconscious, but I was like, I don't think I can do it today. I think today's an off day. The second that happened, I was like, today's an off day, and then it ruined my I don't care. At least I came here. Like, that's what I'm happy about. Like,
Yeah.
At least I showed up. That's like, it shouldn't be enough, but it was pretty good. But like I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, okay, whatever. I'll just pick it up next time. I'll be fine, because I did like the ass thing. Right when I got down to the bottom, my ass was like, oh fuck.
We did like hip thrusts.
But
that was
what-
the
what-
first
like,
time doing
what'd
that,
you
but
learn
it's
from
fine.
that?
It's
What'd
fine.
you learn from that though?
Yeah, like just
How'd you learn? How'd you learn from that though?
I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't learn much. The only takeaway is just come back tomorrow or
that's-
sleep long.
But that's
I
the
don't
thing.
know.
That's the thing. People will be like, I can't do this weight, and they stop. They're done.
No,
They're like, I'll
yeah,
never reach
that-
that.
yeah.
You went like, fuck you. Like, fuck the weight. Fuck you.
Yeah, but I gave up. I gave up for the day. I'm gonna be real with you.
But
I
there's
gave
a-
up for the day.
Okay, but you gave up to go back another day. That's not
Yes.
giving up. You're
Okay,
not failing.
perfect. Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
failing. You're saying, okay, I got pain in my life. Let's go for it.
Okay.
Tomorrow's another day.
Tomorrow's
pain
another
is
day.
gonna come again. Like
Tomorrow
it's
is another day.
Well, it's funny because people think about like they're scared of tomorrow. You're scared of tomorrow, and you're sad about yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday, you're learning from it. Tomorrow's already got its mind made up. If tomorrow wants to fuck your life up, it will fuck your life up.
Fuck tomorrow. Fuck tomorrow. Tomorrow's a bitch.
Well, yeah,
Maybe.
it's got its mind made up. It's not waiting for you. It's not waiting for me.
Yes.
You know, like I don't want to be told my future. If I was told my future, no one would do anything. No one would do anything productive.
Yeah.
That's why people have anxiety. Like I struggle with anxiety
Uh-huh.
because I get thinking of ahead of myself, and I'd be like, what if this happens? What if that happens? You know, like I want to ask a girl out. What if she humiliates me? Or what if I do this weight and I fuck up?
Yeah.
And everyone's looking at me and saying like, oh, well, he couldn't do it. You're thinking about too much of it.
Yeah. I'm trying to ignore him.
He goes hard outside.
Yeah. I mean, have you guys ever have you ever heard of like Les Brown, or, like Eric Thomas? Have you
What?
ever listened to Les Brown
Excuse
or
me?
Eric Thomas?
What?
Oh.
Less brown people?
Les Brown.
Huh?
I concur. I mean, what?
What? It's okay. I
There's
gave him the
really
brown
great
card.
motivational.
Yeah, no, the reason why I'm podcasting is like, I used to, undisclosed, confidential YouTube channel, and I look back on the videos, I'm like, fuck, that was fucking hilarious. You know what I mean? And someone else may or may not be starting a vlog here, which I will not link out of
Fuck you.
discretion. But,
I don't even exist at this
you
point.
don't exist. I don't know you. I don't know you. So, like, and it's like, I'm watching the videos, when you came to see Hall, I'm like, that's funny. I don't remember that. I remember doing that.
The amount of clips.
Alright, when do you guys want to go to the diner?
You going to the diner?
Yeah, I'm down for it.
Milkshake, bro.
Milkshake.
Alright.
Epic podcast after epic workout. Go to the diner.
We gotta give him
We're gonna
Milkshakes.
run outside in the snow.
Sure, there's no snow, but okay.
Or
We gotta give him an outro.
an outro.
Subscribe to my channel.
Subscribe to my channel.
You don't exist.
Too.
Link in description.
Link in description.
Link in description.
Bye.